What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to run a really fun team here that's going to be Sirfetch'd, Skarmory, and Drifblim. Now this team was created by a Twitch streamer. Shout out to Aragorn is my king. There's going to be a link down in the description to his Twitch channel, and he created this team, and it's definitely a lot of fun. He reached rank, or not rank 10, legend rank. I'm used to saying rank 10 from previous seasons, right? But he reached legend with this team. This team does really well against the Bastiodon double Razor Leaf teams. It has a lot of play. It's going to draw out a lot of hard counters to Skarmory with that Drifblim, and Sirfetch'd can become an absolute monster that shreds apart a lot of the meta that we see, being Galarian, Stunfisk, and Azumarill. Now, today as well, in a couple hours, the PvP update for Part 2 of Season 6 of Go Battle League will be coming out, which means there's going to be those nerfs and buffs and new moves added to the game. If you guys want to know about all of that, there's going to be a video popping up right here. I covered everything there for you guys. But this team wouldn't be affected too much by it. Skarmory's Sky Attack is going to do less damage. We don't know how much, but I think this team could still have some play, which is going to be really fun. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team and these battles, and let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right, moving into this first battle, let's see how these battles go. I'm really excited to use Sirfetch'd. We're running it with Night Slash instead of Close Combat or Brave Bird here for some better coverage, but we have Victory Bell on the lead, which is not good for us. So we're going to go ahead and go into that Drifblim, and we draw out a Bastiodon, which is, like I said, it's going to be drawing out the hardest counter to a Skarmory, and what's great is you can just straight Icy Wind this thing. What we're looking to do in this matchup is massively lower the attack of Bastiodon and then come in and farm with Sirfetch'd, because Bastiodon really doesn't have a lot of offensive power. So when we lower the attack as well, it's going to be doing tickle damage when it comes to flamethrowers versus Sirfetch'd. So hopefully we can get another one in time. We cannot, but I want all of that health to be able to farm down so I can get back-to-back Night Slashes against the Shadow Victory Bell. So we're going to go ahead and come in here with the Sirfetch'd. Charge move now coming through. I'm going to let it go. Like I said, flamethrower does neutral, but because we debuffed, doesn't do too much, which means we can survive, and thankfully I can survive too. We're going to leave this up to Skarmory to close right here, because I think I can get myself shield advantage with my Night Slash versus the Shadow Victory Bell, and then Skarmory might be able to win whatever's in the back. So we're going to go ahead and throw that Night Slash. Shadow Victory Bell does come back in. We got to throw it right away and swap right away. We cannot take any fast move damage here on Sirfetch'd, so we're swapping right away into Skarmory, and in the back is going to be a Defense Form Deoxys. But thankfully we have 2 shields. That is very, very important for this matchup. We have to watch out for Thunderbolt. It will be doing super effective damage, and it is a Thunderbolt, so thankfully we're able to shield it right there. But if they're running Rock Slide as well, that would definitely not be good for us. But thankfully, we have 2 shields, which is really, really important for this matchup. We're going to go ahead and go for the Sky Attack right here. Does a decent amount of chip damage. I'm going to go ahead and throw the next one right away. I want this shield gone because my Sirfetch'd with Night Slash can take out the Shadow Victory Bell if I can get it low enough. So we're going to go ahead and shield right here. I do decide to shield right here. And then we are going to come in with Sirfetch'd, I think. Yeah, we're going to come in with the Sirfetch'd, and I'm going to get to the Night Slash right here to get Shadow Victory Bell low. This will not one-shot, but what I can do is come back in and farm with Skarmory and throw the Sky Attack. So we're going to be able to get off that Night Slash just before they take us out. We come back in with Skarmory and do 2 fast moves, and now we have Sky Attack ready to go for Defense Form Deoxys. So definitely a tough team to face off against, a very strong team. We're seeing a nerf to Razor Leaf as well with the update today. But yeah, good game to my opponent right there, but it's all about energy there with Sirfetch'd. All right, moving into the next battle. We have Sirfetch'd on the lead versus Umbreon. Pretty positive matchup right here. This is the kind of stuff dreams are made of, and they swap into Azumarill, so we're sitting really good. What we want to do is actually put a lot of pressure on this Azumarill to start shielding. They may not have an actual answer for Sirfetch'd, so what we're looking to do is just absolutely destroy. So we know they're going to be getting to a charge move right here. I believe counting-wise this is going to be Ice Beam. It might be Play Rough. We'll have to see. Yeah, it was Play Rough. Okay, so that's 6. So now I'm going to count. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. I'm going to go ahead and throw Leaf Blade right now. We got back-to-back. They're at 4 bubbles, which means they need 1 more for Ice Beam, 2 more for Play Rough, and they may let this go. They do let it go. Okay, so we have a lot of Sword Energy. We'll have to see what that last Pokemon is, because they probably won't bring in the Umbreon right here to a Sirfetch'd with loaded energy. It's going to be Tropius. Okay. This is actually perfect for us. Our win condition now is going to be Skarmory, knowing that Skarmory can completely farm down Tropius. We can apply a lot of pressure right here with Drifblim with the Icy Wind, and we're likely going to draw back out the Umbreon like we see right here. Umbreon's a great counter to Drifblim, right, because of the Dark to Ghost typing, but what's great here is Icy Winds will be lowering the attack, and then we can just basically bring in the Sirfetch'd to soak a charge move and close out with Skarmory. You guys can kind of chess it out right here of how this is going to happen. We're going to go ahead and let the foul play go through. No reason to shield. We need to save our shield for our Skarmory, but they are going to be able to farm down, which is kind of unfortunate. So hopefully I can get to this Icy Wind. I can. I need any extra chip damage I can get. I need the damage from Icy Wind, and I need damage from Leaf Blade right here when I bring back in the Sirfetch'd, because remember, we built up back to back. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Sirfetch'd, throw the Leaf Blade right away. They do decide to do a fast attack instead of throwing a charge move, which is fine by me because I'm going to let them throw the last resort. We got the Umbreon low, and we're just going to let this go. Our win condition right here is to bring in that Skarmory. They're going to have to swap to Tropius because the Umbreon would not be able to take us out. It has to clear its debuff, which means Tropius now can farm down Skarmory, 100% farm down. We don't need to shield. This is going to be a Razor Leaf Tropius, which means we can survive with about 15 to 20% of our HP by purely farming down because of our fast move Air Slash and our Steel and Flying typing because we're resisting that Razor Leaf. So then we can just go for back-to-back Sky attacks against Umbreon, and that is going to be a good game, very well played. But yeah, Sirfetch'd can put a lot of pressure on a lot of teams, especially who run Galarian, Stunfisk, and Azumarill on the team because it just absolutely shreds them apart. That's what's fantastic about it. Plus, having Night Slash will allow it to do well against Pokemon that would otherwise counter it. So stuff like Hypno you can hit for super effective. Stuff like Skarmory you can hit for neutral. Umbreon you can hit with Leaf Blade, but not Umbreon. Altaria is what I was thinking of. You can hit with Night Slash for neutral as well. Alright, next battle. We have Sirfetch'd on the lead versus Defense Form Deoxys. Defense Form Deoxys leads are kind of scary because they could have Psycho Boost, which is what I really need to look out for. I think after playing my sets today, I should be swapping into Drifblim, just from my experience with this team, because I have to be shielding Sirfetch'd in order to win this matchup, and we tie to the charge move. This is Psycho Boost. I know it is, which is unfortunate because that does super effective damage to us. And I'm actually not sure off the top of my head how much damage that first one would do. I imagine it would one-shot, so we're going to go ahead and go for another Night Slash right here. I'm hoping to get a shield, and I'm hoping to switch into Drifblim actually and catch the charge move, but we CMP tied right there, so I'm going to have to shield again. I'm invested in Sirfetch'd right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and I think they swap out actually to Vigoroth. So I'm going to build up a little bit of extra energy. I wanted to get ahead on energy versus the Defense Form Deoxys because, again, you saw that we were tying to the charge moves to Night Slash and Psycho Boost. So if I'm 3 counters ahead, I should be pretty good to come back into that fight and be able to get off a charge move. Now, Drifblim versus Vigoroth. This thing is an absolute wall. You guys know from the Holiday Cup, Drifblim completely walls Vigoroth, which is really nice. And I need to maintain a lot of energy here on Drifblim because I'm anticipating that, firstly, I'm not going to be able to take out the Vigoroth I think the switch clock, if I throw it right there, the switch clock will come back up, but I'm anticipating them wanting to swap again, and I need to have a lot of loaded energy to debuff whatever decides to come in. So we're just going to keep overloading. I'm anticipating them swapping at some point, and they do decide to swap into Defense Form Deoxys. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Icy Wind. I know they're low when it comes to their energy because they did just throw the Psycho Boost, so I think I can completely farm down right here safely, which we can. That is huge right here. We'll have to see what's in the back. It's going to be an Obstagoon, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this Icy Wind right here. This is pretty much a good game. The Icy Wind will be lowering the attack. I'm going to swap into my Sirfetch'd right here, get as much damage off as I can, get a Leaf Blade off as well to get that final shield here from the Obstagoon, and then just do as much counter damage as I can. And Skarmory should be able to close this game up very, very nicely for me. As well, we still have Drifblim for the Vigoroth, and that is going to be a good game. So we're just going to completely farm down. Charge Move now coming through. Likely going to be Night Slash, not enough to KO. Nothing from Obstagoon can KO or one-shot a Skarmory from full health. So we'll be able to farm down and then just throw the Sky Attack here versus the Vigoroth, and that is going to be a good battle. Very well played. So definitely on leads versus Defense Form Deoxys, what I'm noticing is a lot of them are having Psycho Boost, which is very tough, and you have to shield that with Sirfetch'd. And the fact of the matter is that they're going to be able to take us out with basically one Psycho Boost, whereas we can't take them out with one Night Slash, so we'll probably have to switch. So again, we have another Defense Form Deoxys here. I think this was the second time I faced it. So I decided to go for a Night Slash, and I noticed that they actually overcharged right there, so they didn't decide to throw right away, which tells me they're either building up to 2 Psycho Boosts or they don't have it. So if they have Psycho Boost right here, which I'm guessing they do, I'm going to go ahead and shield. I'm going to swap now into Drifblim. So it is Psycho Boost. So I'm going to swap right away into Drifblim to catch the charge move. So we're able to catch the second Psycho Boost. It's going to do neutral, but not that much damage because the attack was lowered from the debuff from Psycho Boost. They decided to swap into Umbreon. So things are still not looking too good, but what we can do is come in with a lot of energy right here. With Sirfetch'd, hopefully. But actually this Umbreon is going to play it pretty well. They decided to throw right away. Thankfully I was able to get the attack lowered, but that kind of messes us up, right? Because they're going to be able to basically farm me down. They can hard farm me down, which is unfortunate because a last resort would basically be able to take us out. So I really don't want to give up my second shield for Sirfetch'd. So I'm actually going to be forced now to come in with Skarmory because of the give and take here with Icy Wind. It's great to lower the opponent's attack, but when they have a dark type fast move, they can farm you down. So I have to come in with Skarmory to soak this energy right here, and I'm really hoping that whatever's in the back Sirfetch'd can handle. They do decide to swap out in Defense Form Deoxys, so I'm going to go ahead and throw the Sky Attack right here before they get to a charge move. Now I can't really swap out because I know they're going to be at a Psycho Boost basically right now, or I do decide to swap out actually just before they get to the Psycho Boost, so I can throw the Night Slash, look to get the second shield here from my opponent, and they do decide to shield. So this is risky. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm going to try to close with Skarmory. I'm just going to make the choice. I let the Sirfetch'd go right there, which was definitely a bad call. I'm going to try to commit to the farm down, but I can't commit to the farm down. I really needed all that energy right there and not have to use a shield, but sadly we have to shield, and they did have Rock Slide. There's still the Umbreon, so I'm praying whatever's in the back is a Pidgey, maybe. I'm thinking Pidgey. There's a good chance. There's a 50% chance it's a Pidgey in the back. Right, because it either is or it isn't, you know, laws of odds right there. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Brave Bird to take out this Umbreon, and then we're praying for that Pidgey. Come on, Pidgey. No, it's a Zoomerall. That's going to be a good game right there. Very well played. But like I said, maybe swapping to Drifblim first would definitely give Sirfetch'd a better fight against the Defense Form Deoxys and a Zoomerall in the back with loaded energy. Alright, so we have Bastiodon on the lead right here. They swap out into Tropius. We swap out into Skarmory. This is going to be the Bastiodon double grass lead that you guys probably see a lot of. This team can handle it very, very, very well. So Skarmory is going to be able to completely farm down. We're going to allow Tropius to do as much damage as they can to us because that will not allow Bastiodon to get a lot of energy. And because we're not using Drifblim to counter right here, that means that the attack won't be lowered, so that Bastion's Flamethrower is actually going to do more damage than we saw before. So we actually want Skarmory to be very, very low so that they can't really farm us down. I'm going to go ahead and throw a Brave Bird versus the Bastion. I'll be coming back in. This isn't going to do anything, but hey, any extra chip damage is nice. I'm anticipating there being a Shadow Victory Bell in the back. So we get a bit of lag right there and we go down, but that's okay. So I need to be ready on that swap. We're going to see them swap right away. There's the Shadow Victory Bell, and we're going to go ahead and bring in the Drifblim. What's great about Drifblim right here is, as you guys saw, Razor Leaf did quite a bit of damage right there, but with each Icy Wind lowers the attack of Razor Leaf, which means it's going to do less and less damage, and I'll be able to get to 3 Icy Winds right here. Charge move now coming through. We have to shield. We cannot get hit with the Leaf Blade. I mean, it could be Acid Spray, but it was a bit quick, so it's probably Leaf Blade, which it is. We're going to go ahead and throw the Icy Wind right away. It's very important that you guys throw it right away so that every Razor Leaf does less and less damage right here. We do get the second shield. Now, noticing my switch clock, by the time I get to the Icy Wind, we're going to have to shield right here. They may swap into Bastiodon, which is fine by me because I can come in and farm it down. So here comes the switch clock. There's the switch to Bastiodon, which is fine by me. We throw the Icy Wind right here so that the Flamethrower won't do as much damage, which is, again, very, very important. We come in with Sirfetch'd, and we are just going to farm down. I have to have energy to throw a Night Slash, so we did so much damage with counter right there. Flamethrower right here won't be enough to take us out because we did lower the attack, thankfully, and we're going to be able to farm down, throw the Night Slash, and finish off the Shadow Victory Bell right here, and that is going to be a good game. So this team definitely really handles the Bastiodon double grass. All right. Moving into the next one, we have Sirfetch'd on the lead versus Hypno, and sometimes you just get hard countered right here. This is a terrible matchup. We're going to swap into Drifblim right here, start getting ahead on energy. They're deciding to stay in, so I really want to get to the Shadow Ball, but they swap perfectly into Stunfisk, which is fine. The Shadow Ball damage is definitely going to be nice right here to chunk some health, and the Stunfisk is actually going to be throwing its energy pretty quick. So I think that was 6 mud shots right there, which means they're at 1 mud shot added. So Rock Slide's going to take us out, and this is where Sirfetch'd loading up on energy can really help out. So I think they're at 1 mud shot, so that means they need 7 more to get to the Earthquake. So I'm actually going to be able to farm down. And this right here was not 8 mud shots, it's actually 6. So this is going to be Rock Slide, so we let it go because it is resisted because of our fighting typing. Now, we're going to go ahead and throw that Night Slash right away. I'm guessing the Hypno is going to be coming back in, and we don't want to get hit with a Confusion. That's very, very important. So we do get hit right there, but what happens if you get hit while you're in a charge move, you can swap to the Skarmory and take the damage on the Skarmory instead of the Sirfetch'd. Now, we get a bit of lag right here, but they swap out into Bastion on that. That's GG. There's really nothing I can do here. They had a Hypno, Bastion, Galarian Stunfisk, which is a direct hard counter to Sirfetch'd, Skarmory, and Drifblim, basically, as you guys can see. But hey, we're still going to fight this thing out right here. We're just going to throw the Brave Bird because I'm hoping, you know, maybe Sirfetch'd can pull something off and completely farm down Bastion and go for the back-to-back Night Slash. And the first one gets the shield, second one gives me a boost, or the first one gets the shield and a boost, second one shot, so that's what I'm kind of hoping with right here. I have 2 shields. It's going to be all to Sirfetch'd, but what's tough is I'm also fighting Switch Clock, which means I can't see the Switch Clock actually. So the second they get this second shield, they can swap into Hypno because their Switch Clock is back up and Hypno has loaded energy. So you're going to see the swap, and there's nothing I can do. That's going to be a good game. So this happens, everyone. Sometimes you just get hard countered and there's nothing you can do, but this team does well at going against a lot of other common teams you guys will see in Go Battle League. All right, moving into the next battle, we have Sirfetch'd on the lead versus Skarmory. Another lead loss right here. We're going to swap into that Drifblim right away, start getting ahead on energy, and they're deciding to stay in, which is fine. I'm just going to go for the Icy Wind right here. I'm guessing they're probably not going to shield because I didn't go to Shadow Ball, and if they decide to throw the Brave Bird, I wanted to lower the attack so I can survive because I'm not going to throw up a shield right here. I think Skarmory might be my win con. It is going to be Brave Bird, so that doesn't one-shot us. They decided to swap out into Azumarill, which is great. Since we have enough energy right here, we're going to throw the Shadow Ball right away. We want to do a lot of damage in this matchup because we can bring Sirfetch'd back in. I believe they have 2 bubbles, so what we're going to do is be counting our bubbles to make sure to throw the charge move before they get to 1. So there's going to be 3, there's going to be 4, 5, 6. I'm going to go ahead and throw because this is probably Play Rough, which means they're going to have to shield if they want to get off the charge move. But we land it and we take out the Azumarill. That's how strong Leaf Blade is, everyone. I'm guessing Skarmory is going to be coming back in, so we're going to swap right away because I don't know what's in the back, but again, ahead on energy. They decide to stay in, actually. So I'm going to be building up to Brave Bird, and I actually go for the Brave Bird first. I'm guessing they may not shield. They may think it's just going to be a Sky Attack and they're going to let it go, and we land the Brave Bird. So we take it out, and the last Pokemon is going to be a Swampert. So this is going to be a good game right here. Hopefully I can get to the Sky Attack in time. I cannot. Hydro Cannon is going to come through. We let this go. We can win this game with counter alone. The Swampert cannot get 3 Hydro Cannons off before counter can take it out. So we are just going to just tap furiously on the screen to counter down, and that is going to be a good battle, very well played. So hard lead loss, able to flip it around because of the ability with Sirfetch'd and its energy management. All right, so we have Sirfetch'd versus Azumarill on the lead. Same situation. We're going to stay in this. We're going to be counting right here. There's 1, there's 2, 3. They swap into a Alolan Marowak, so I actually need to get up to 2 Night Slashes right here. First one, I want to hopefully get a shield, obviously get a boost if we can, but I'm just going to go ahead and throw both right here, and I'm guessing they may also have Sableye. Now, Sableye is typically used as a safe swap on this team, but we do chunk the health, and we're going to go ahead and go into Drifblim right here, because what I'm going to do is this could be Shadow Ball. That was 6 Fire Spin, so I'm going to go ahead and shield, but it is just Shadow Bone, which is fine, but I'm going to be able to get to the Icy Wind after I do 2 more Hexes, and this will actually take out a Alolan Marowak. So they're going to have to shield if they want to get off another charge move, but they don't. So we have even shields. We maintain switch advantage. Azumarill does have energy, I believe 4 bubbles. before it swaps. We gotta be cognizant of that. We're gonna see the Azumarill come back in. Charge move now coming through. I think this is pretty quick, so it's probably gonna be Ice Beam. It won't one-shot, but I can get to, yeah, it was the Ice Beam. I can get to the Shadow Ball in time, but they decide to come in with Sableye. So I'm gonna go ahead and go for Icy Wind. I could have gone for Shadow Ball for the extra damage, but we're gonna go ahead and bring in the Skarmory right here, and just try to farm down. But I decide I mistime a lot of my Sky attacks right here. I'm not counting correctly on the Sableye, so I should be throwing it just before they get to the foul play, so about right now, or one fast move before, but they have a lot of energy, so we have to let this go right here. And then hopefully I can commit to the farm down. No, it did the Sky attack. Okay, so we still have a win condition. The Azumarill dumped almost all of its energy. I think it has maybe 2 extra bubbles, so we're going to swap right away. So I believe we can get to 2 Leaf Blades. We got to start loading up on this energy right here. They do decide to throw charge moves. It's probably going to be Ice Beam, so I think they're actually energy dry. So hopefully we can get to it. So we get the Leaf Blade right here. We need to get to 2, and it's going to come down to fast moves with Skarmory versus Azumarill. So we're going to go ahead and get the shield. We're going to get to this next Leaf Blade. So there's 2 bubbles. So I think they are going to get to 3 bubbles to take us out, which means they only need 2 more to take out Skarmory. So there's 3. All right, here we go. There's 4 bubbles. There's 5 bubbles. We take it out on the 5th bubble right there. That was way too close. Way too close right there. Good game to my opponent. Very well played, but this team was a lot of fun. Had a great time using it. And yeah, oh, we got another battle. No, that's going to be the end right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this team. Again, go check out Aragorn is my king. Yeah, he's on Twitch. He made this team, so shout out to him. Had a lot of fun with it, and I'm looking forward to trying out the new Pokemon that are going to be getting buffs in Go Battle League this week. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this team in these battles. And like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.